Divesting gone wrong. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi, which is her alias, has been a long-time divestor. A gross one. Let's take a look at her romantic history to see why. Whoopi Goldberg. Born Karen Elaine Johnson in 1955, the actress and The View co-host was less than shy about her bodily functions. If you get a little gassy, you've got to let it go. So people used to say to me, "You're like a whoopee cushion." And that's where the name came from. Whoopi's mother thought that a surname would get her further in Hollywood, so she replaced Johnson with Goldberg. But Goldberg is my name. It's part of my family, part of my heritage, just like being black, and I just know I am Jewish. I practice nothing. I don't go to temple, but I do remember the holidays. Despite being just 18 when she first tied the knot, Goldberg's first marriage was her longest. As a teenager, Goldberg suffered from substance use problems and reached out to drug counselor Alvin Martin for assistance, per Closer Weekly. The pair eventually married in 1973, and that same year welcomed their only daughter, Alex. As a young mom trying to make it in Hollywood, Goldberg told Good Housekeeping she struggled to make ends meet for the family, not only living in a one-room space, but sleeping in the same bed. The marriage did not have a happily ever after ending as they parted ways after staying together for 6 years. The divorce was finalized in 1979. Why did Whoopi and Alvin divorce? Whoopi disclosed that she was the one to blame for the failed marriages. She found it difficult to commit to the relationship, and she was never really in love. She once mentioned that she never loved her ex-husbands because none of them has been able to impress her. Whoopi reiterated that settling down with someone was never part of her plan. During the 1980s, Whoopi Goldberg was in a relationship with Eddie Gold. Their relationship was marked by strong mutual affection and respect for each other's space and career demands. Whoopi married David Clayson, a cinematographer, in 1986. Their marriage lasted 2 years until they decided to part ways in 1988. Whoopi had a brief fling with Timothy Dalton in 1991. Their relationship was short-lived, leaving memorable moments and a firm friendship. They met during a social event in Hollywood. A few years after Whoopi Goldberg's divorce from David Clayson, she dated former co-star Ted Danson. Goldberg and Danson struck a friendship after meeting on late night's The Arsenio Hall Show in 1988, and then 4 years later, they were cast in Made in America. According to Hello, they began a controversial affair on set. While Goldberg was single, Danson was married to Cassandra Coates, whom he shared 2 kids with. The paparazzi caught onto the affair, and Coates filed for divorce after 16 years and walked away with $30 million. Following the controversy, Danson said, "I'd walk in Whoopi's shadow for the rest of my life. I adore the woman, but sources say his parents were against their relationship." They made plans to wed as soon as Ted could get a divorce, but under pressure from his parents, he dumped Whoopi, a source claimed. While Ted's parents were against the relationship, Whoopi accepted and celebrated his blackface appearance during her roast. Take a look.
Ted Danson, I thought, was marvelous. I thought what he did was absolutely appropriate and perfect for a roast.
Please welcome Ted Danson.
When the roast was over, we walked out, we were congratulating each other. We thought it was a marvelous event. Next morning, we woke up to headlines.
It was all smiles last Friday as Whoopi Goldberg was preparing to be roasted by some of her showbiz friends. But when Roastmaster boyfriend Ted Danson appeared on the dais in blackface with white painted on lips, some of those smiles quickly disappeared.
What caused the scandal and what caused the big ruckus was one man, Montell Williams. He got up after the first couple of minutes during Ted's monologue, got up and left.
Part of what Ted's roasting was about being proud of me and who I am, and that he is proud to be my friend and walk beside me in life. But Montell missed all of that.
I don't know if he was sincerely wounded or if he was looking for some publicity.
Perhaps Montell's show is not doing as well as it could be, and this was his way of drawing attention.
Williams, a recent member of the Friars Club, announced he would resign from the organization in protest of a performance that he likened to a KK.
If this is going to be the outcry after each Friars roast, the Friars will no longer be able to have them. That Mr. Danson came in blackface was my idea.
In their first interview together since the roast, they spoke with BET exclusively about that night and about their friendship.
I picked jokes and racial jokes and sex. It was so over the top that there would be no way I thought that anyone could construe this as serious.
I had a great time and am thrilled that RuPaul, dressed as a nun, stood up and humped the podium while screaming, "Give it to me, big." I guess Montell missed that. Or Robin Williams, who spoke about my sexual and said he opened my legs once and looked in and saw 6 guys and a Harley. There was a lot that went on at this roast.
While Goldberg called their breakup really painful, she married actor and IATSE union organizer Lyle Trachtenberg a year later in 1994, but that lasted just 1 year. Goldberg admitted to the New York Times Magazine that while she was committed to each marriage, she was never in love, saying, "I'd be thinking, why don't I feel the thing that I'm supposed to?" Whoopi Goldberg married Lyle Trachtenberg in 1994, and they divorced after 1 year in 1995. Trachtenberg, a union organizer, and Goldberg met through mutual acquaintances. Actor Frank Langella and Whoopi Goldberg shared a romantic relationship that lasted from 1996 until 2001. The couple met on the set of the film Eddie, and despite their respective careers causing demanding schedules, they managed to maintain a relationship for 5 years. Whoopi Goldberg had a long-term relationship with Michael Vispal. They were together for 5 years, from 2001 to 2006. They met through mutual friends and bonded over shared interests. Michael is a corporate executive, and their relationship was marked by their mutual understanding and privacy. Listen carefully to Monique.
It was who she married that brought Whoopi even more attention.
You gotta be careful, girls. Stay away from the white boys. You've been marrying all these white men. They take all your money.
Nobody cares if I'm with a brother. Nobody ever wrote about it when I was with a brother. Nobody even wanted to know that. Well, there's 2 black people. That's what it's supposed to be.
Who are they to say, oh, you shouldn't date this, you should date that, and you date who you like.
How dare you do that to her? How dare us tell that woman who she can love? We don't all want to date a black man. How dare us tell that woman who she can love? We don't all want to date a black man. How dare us tell that woman who she can love? We don't all want to date a black man.
The nerve of Monique when years later, she complains about the racism she faced at the hands of white men who refused to pay her what she thought she was worth. Whoopi Goldberg just dated white man after white man, had affairs with white man after white man, and thought it was a good thing when a white man came dressed in black for a roast. Divesting gone wrong.